This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. I don't know if I'm even going to make a call, but I just love having the prop. I'm going to talk about Lance Wallnau today. He's another guy who typically wears his archaeologist vest like he's an extra in Indiana Jones movie. And he is a self-proclaimed prophet of God who makes prediction after prediction after prediction after prediction that just fall on their face. And then later he has to explain away why the prediction was wrong or just ignore that he even said it. He is a fraud, a charlatan, a grifter, like every one of these these assholes who claim to speak to the Almighty God. And he made Super Bowl predictions. And this is what's so interesting about this is you're going to be proven wrong so soon after you make the prediction. It's not like it happens months or years later. You're going to be facing down the words that you speak right away. And because he has little to no expertise in football, he's making these predictions. And I'm going to play the first one. So the first one is the day of or the day before the Super Bowl. And the next is just post-game. Why does God need to speak through these dum-dums about the Super Bowl, using the Super Bowl and the numbers within the scores of the Super Bowl to send a message? And if, like these people claim, we all have free will, God has given us free will, then how is God controlling the score of the Super Bowl, taking away the players' free will and their effort to individually win the game against one another? It doesn't. Can you answer me that? Anyway, here's the first prediction. Buckle up.
I think God's taking people that are on the back bench and putting them on the front bench, putting them in the big game, taking people from security and putting them on the field. And I think he's sending us to the places where there's a great door of opportunity, but a lot of adversaries. And San Francisco is a place which needs mercy, not judgment. And that's the reason why it is such a capital, I think, for it always has been for the homosexual movement, because its redemptive gift in San Francisco is mercy. And mercy can be taken advantage of unless it's understood. So it's a mercy city. And I think God's having mercy on America. Now the question is, if I'm correct, how many points will they win by? Because people don't expect them to win. My son doesn't feel confident that they're going to win in San Francisco. So if it's 3 points, that's close. But I'm thinking I don't like the 3. 3 number's not good because the arrows smite 3 times. It means a lack of resolve. We can't have another lack of resolve. If Trump is getting back into office miraculously, we cannot just love tap 3 times. We have to really be resolved. Something big is going to happen. Now, think about this. 7 would be a good spread for a point spread. 7 mountains. I mean, I am being accused of being a dominionist all the time. Let's just believe God's going to do something all 7. 5 is mercy. So I'm going to say 7. Although that's a lot of strikes of the arrows. So it could be 4 years. 4 years of mercy with Trump.
So thanks to Right Wing Watch again for monitoring these whack jobs. Let me ask you this. If you heard someone on a street corner saying these things, 3 means this, and the strikes of the arrows, and the 7, this means this, and if they win by 4, that means 4 years of mercy with Donald Trump, you would think correctly, you would be accurately identifying the situation as someone who is in mental distress, who may need professional assistance or hospitalization to help them with their delusions. But because he does it under the guise of having spoken to God or getting divine messages from the creator of the universe, we're supposed to all just, can't talk about it, no judgment, oh, that's his religion, it's fine. No, it's not. This is an arrogant man who has an audience of who knows how many people who listen to what he says, who follow his preaching and admonitions, when he is clearly either mentally ill or just a grifter-ass liar. My personal opinion is that it is the latter. So we all know the score of the Super Bowl ended up being an overtime win. A great game, if you didn't see it, 22-25. Kansas City won by 3. The dreaded 3. So the number he was avoiding before is now front and center. What's he have to say when it's not 4 more years of mercy under Donald Trump?
Third year they won. And they won at a stadium, Vegas. Guess what the stadium address is? 3333. 4 threes. So it's third time they've won, and they won it in a stadium which is 3333 Al Davis Parkway, Alliance Stadium, Las Vegas. And the quarterback won with 333 yards. Let me repeat that. This is the third win for the Chiefs with 333 yards taken in the game, done at the address, 3333 Alliance Stadium. I think maybe God is saying there needs to be an alliance. Maybe it's 3 streams. Maybe it's a threefold cord that isn't quickly broken. But the number 3 is so pregnant on this event.
Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, I got Lance's God on the phone. So what about the third year of winning the Super Bowl? And the 3-3, the address thing? And what about the yardage thing? All these 3s. Oh, it's a coincidence. Oh, that's what it's called. A coincidence. Okay. All right. Thanks, brother. It's a coincidence. It's not divinely inspired. You can't have it both ways, that we have free will, but also God's pulling the marionette strings on football. People are dying of disease. Children are starving. People are being bombed into non-existence in Gaza, but God is worried about the Super Bowl score. Check yourself in for professional help, Lance Wallnau. What do you think? I would love to know. I would love to know if you believe this guy. I know there are many people out there are not into it. They're with me. But if you're not with me, let's have a conversation. Maybe we'll actually let's talk about it on the show maybe. I don't know. Never done that before. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And I'll pass along your message to the phone, huh? If you appreciate what I do, the jokes and the message or whatever, I would appreciate you considering supporting this work, helping produce this work on this channel. Click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month. You can go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere. I'd love to see you there. And I will see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.